G'day, ladies and gentlemen. How are you all? I do hope you're well. Welcome to my channel, Jenny's Cupboard. There's always something going on here. I'm in Australia, the Melbourne area, which is Victoria state of Australia. And today, also thank you, all my new subscribers. Yay! I really appreciate you. Thanks again for joining. I'm just so thankful. And I do hope you continue to come along and pop in. And also, I'm just so grateful and excited. I want to talk about dangles. Yeah, dangles. I call them dangles. What are dangles? You know, the things you like to put on your journals, your bookmarks. Oops, sorry. It's like this. How to make some dangles. What can we make dangles out of? Yeah. So let's get to the desk down here and have a good look at what I like to use, and hopefully I can give you some ideas. And you can also, there's plenty of other videos out there of ones who have got some great ideas for dangles as well. So come and join me. Come on. Okay, it's still here, I hope. Okay, so I use, got to go over here without tripping over the vacuum cleaner. Sorry. There we go. Kind of organised. Made some dangles. This was a whole weird looking necklace. I just put it on a Tupperware container. Do you want me to come down a bit more? Is that okay? So this was a piece of jewellery that was in the op shop. I broke it up. I've used quite a bit of this. So I've broken it up. It was a big necklace with all sorts of pieces on it. Just broken it up in pieces to make for dangles. And I put a bulb pin. And we all know what a bulb pin is. Just a little, like a safety pin, but it's shaped that way. Oh, you can use little safety pins too. That's a good idea. So I just connected them like that. So I've got these kind of dangles. Split it up. This one, this is off a necklace, junk necklace from the op shop. You can pick them up for a couple, usually about 50 cents to $1. So I've been breaking this one up into little pieces like that. So I put a little dangle piece. So you just usually need some little pliers and take apart how many you want. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I did 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I just take them apart. That's all I do. Sorry about the lighting. It is evening, and I just thought, you know, I want to be in my craft room. Okay, so we could just take that apart. Oh, I can't see which way, even though I've got my glasses on. Hold one. It'll come. Oh, right. Of course it's going to do this on camera. It's been so easy to do before. Okay. Oops, not going to go that way. There we go. I got it off. Can you see that? Hopefully you can. Just there. So I'm able to take that off. Then I can put something on the end, which is one of these. If I can find it. Found it. A little pussycat. Pussycat, pussycat, where have you been? I've been to London to visit the Queen. So I can thread that in there. If I can. Sorry, folks. Oh my goodness, look how many I made. And now that I'm on camera, does that happen to you? Of course it does. And I just fold it back. There we go. There's a nice little dangle. What about the other end? Well, that's easy. I could just put a bowl pin. So I'm ready to hang it on a journal or on a page or whichever I want to hang it on. It's ready to go. And if I don't want to use the bowl pin and I want to string a few things together, so I'll leave it that way. So there's another one. These are also bits of jewellery, broken jewellery, chain, put it on a bowl pin, put some beads, and done that. Have a, really? Oh, here it is. The disc is full of everything I need to display. This is really hard to open. So I have just a cheap jewellery set kit. And I just grab one of these if I need to, or one of these. I've got some longer ones somewhere. And you just thread them. And put the lid on that. So I just thread them. So they almost look like earrings. Whoops, am I in shot? Probably not. So they look like earrings, don't they? With a bowl pin. So they're nice little dangles. They can, different pieces. Yeah, a nice earring. I don't wear earrings anymore. Gave up. Or they can be added to another piece. So it's just tiny little beads done. So there's some ideas. Here's some teddy bears. They were actual earrings. I don't know if you can see them, like little jelly teddy bears. So I just stuck a bowl pin. I actually found these on the side of the road on little card paper. And I picked them up. I don't think I'd find the owner. There's another piece. This is a piece of junk jewellery piece I had. And I threaded it on like an earring. So there's some ideas. Like little earrings and chain. Another idea is, this is another piece of junk that was just given to me. Really bright. I don't know if you can see that. Look at the light a bit closer. I know everything's dark, but that's okay. Ooh, it's a moody. Yeah. Some of these, this is really hard. I'll just show you. Some won't do it because they're glued. But this one is so old, I can get away with it. I can snip them off because they've got a little knot in between each bead. I just take it out. So then I've got the bead and I can thread that. So I have been doing that. This one, this is an old junky pearl necklace. You'll find these in the op shop. Sometimes they just sell them as a package of useful. This is very similar, but because it's glued, it's really hard to pull them out. So I could keep that as a piece, say maybe that long. I'll just cut it. And I can keep that piece like that if I like. And you think, well, that could be a bit boring. No, not really. Not once you start putting it with others. Lighting's so bad. Once you put it with other pieces and join them all together, it starts to look actually quite nice. Or you can add to this. Just add a little something. One of these. You've got your bowl pin. Or you could put some little rings on. Yeah, that would be a good idea. You could put little rings on. That would be better. But I'm just going to put one of these on to show you. think we'll have it that away. So we can add pieces to it, and that looks great. What about that, you say? We'll just tie a bit of string around the top. No problem. What do you mean a bit of string? We'll just grab whatever's going. Like, I don't know if you can hear some snoring. There we go. There's a little loose piece of string. I just got a little bit of string and tie that around. If you hear that snoring, those are my little truffles. Okay. Then you can make a little loop at the top, like so. Ugh. Anyway. Okay, fiddly diddly. It's not meant to be this long. Anyway, you get the gist of it. And so you've got a little loop there, and that can be hung on. So you've got that idea. Here's another idea. This is just another piece of jewellery, junk jewellery. I'm not sure. I think it was part of this because it looks like it. I can't remember. There's another piece, and now I can pull that apart, and I can get two pieces out of that. So let's see if we can find the middle. Oh, that happens to be the middle. Oh well, one's going to be a teeny weeny longer than the other. Of course there's no lighting in here, and these are quite easy to pull apart, but because I'm on camera, there we go. So that, just pulled it apart. Yeah. And then I put that back over. Seal it off. And I can put a, oops, I thought that was a loose bulb pin. I'm going to put a little bulb pin on. And go like that. There we go. So there's another piece for a junk journal. That's an idea. Okay, what else do I use? Okay, my, move that, whoopsies. Okay, so let's, off you go. Wool, I'll show you how I do my wool ones. Hello, it's actually 2 days later for me, trying to get this phone set up. Not that you would notice. Anyway, hello, this is what I come up with. Different dangles. This one's on the seam binding. I put some buttons. Yay. So what I do is I usually make a piece like this. I either use it as a double piece. That's on the back of the buttons. I glued them. Or when I'm ready, if I want, I can cut that and use just one piece. There's an idea. Another one, old piece of jewellery. Took the beads off because that's all there was, that bit of it, and I made these on it. What do you think? That one? This one, some scrap materials, gathered them together, tied a knot, glued, tied this bead on, this flower bead, popped a button, glued a button there, and then tied some beads on part way through it on these scraps. There's a dangle, put that piece on there, and this is the ball and chain clip. So there's a nice dangle. And these all broken up, so ended up, I matched it with this one. A little tiny pussycat there. This is on a little clip. How cute would that be on a page of your journal, sticking up the top, out the journal? or over the journal. I used my paper beads and some little beads for this one. That's that one. I think I just showed you that, did I? No. So I joined those ones together, and it's got a little pussycat on the end of that. Dangle. Whoops. Oh, a bit fiddly hand. There we go. So we got that one. It's an idea. That was the yellow beads, and I put them, the yellow ones, on a paper clip. Yay. There's a little, so that can go, take that off, pretend that's your page. So then that can go on inside of your journal, just hanging off a page. How nice is that? What do you think? Some ideas? Okay, this one, my cord, I make them like this, so if I want to just use one side, I cut it. So I use two different ones, and I put bells. I love these bells. I usually find them, they're in the craft section and also in the party section of the cheap stores. So the bells are really nice. I like pussycat bells. So there's another idea. That's the twine. What's up there? Oh, that's a bead. So here's some little paper clip ones, just on the paper clip. There's a bee, so that can go on a journal page or out the top of your journal if you like. So it's all up to you. There's another one. Can go on a page, so they just look great. You have them on pages. Oops, go down that way. There's some ideas. I think I just showed you that one. Yep, just showed you that one, and I showed you the button one. I think you saw me cutting these up. So these the single ones. Now these ones, I think I showed you these ones. Just an old bit of chain. Yep, I matched these ones up like that. So that's nice. All matched up. Little dangles off the side of the fake pearls. We did that, and that was that necklace. It just went on and on and on. It had so many bits to it. So we got that. Then I'd like to do my wool, excuse me, wool ones. So I got my little open clip. These are the little open ring clips. And how I do this is I just wrap the wool round and round. So now I'm just going to get a piece about that long. I've got this piece. I'm going to tie it off. I'm just going to go round and round, the merry-go-round. I'm going to tie it off. Actually, I don't want to do it that way. That's not the way I do it. This is the way I do it. I'll get another piece. Move over, everyone. So I make sure I've got my ring in so I don't lose it all. I'm going to tie it. Make sure. There we go. Just make sure that's up that way. Bring it up a little bit more. Give it a good tie off. 1, 2. There we go. Tied off pretty good. Then I want to go round and round this section. I'll leave a bit out because I'm going to tie that off as well. We're going to go round and round just to tidy that off. Whoops. There we go. It's one of my favorites for wool. And I can grab one of these pieces I just tied off. Where are you? Right, yep, getting it. We're just going to tie that off. Nice and tight. Okay, you get the idea. Tie that off. Want the length. And then you just go through and cut all these. Okay, so you have that dangle, and then I like to decorate them. Make some beads and tie it round. And I make sure when I tie it, I sew it in behind here so it doesn't just fall off. So it makes a great little dangle. And this one's got the ball and chain. So that's nice. So there's two there. And then that's the bigger ones from the big pink ball of wool I have. So there's a nice little dangles. I did two of those. That's cute. There we go. We got two of those. What do you think? Also, look at these. I got this. It's the party pack. So I got this in the party section of the cheap store. $3.49. So I'm going to pack it. There's tiny little book pads. You can make them, but it's got a little hook and everything on it. So why should I make it? That would be great. Imagine hanging that off at one of these. You know, have a few dangles. Yeah, look. I've got just a minute. There we go. Got one of those swivel key rings. So you can add them all on to there. You can add it to your journal. Or you can change it up and add it to your handbag. How cool is that? You can also get other different types of key rings. Little toys. Put these on for little toys. How did I do that? This is a collection from the supermarket. A little toy, or a little green head. I need, okay, so I pop one of these on, a little piece of jewellery piece, because these are little soft toys, they're squishy soft toys. I'll just get a tissue because I don't want to ruin my new mat. Okay, bit of glue. I'll use this one. The other one's somewhere on the desk. I'll tell you, it's a mess. So I got this. I'll put a bit of this one, Tiger Grip, an all-purpose, really good, almost like a super glue. Put a bit of that on. Yep, it's coming out, ladies and gentlemen. Of course. Okay. Sorry. I'm going as fast as I can. Oh, really? I might help if I screw the top open properly. Oopsies. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I hope. Oh, Why does this happen on camera? Oopsies. Okay, so I got the glue on there and on my finger. And I'm going to push this through his head. Yep, bit of violence going on here. Not really for kids. Push it through because he's so soft jelly. This is not the one I usually use, so it's not going to work. I can't stop laughing. Hang on. Okay, I found the right one. So I pushed it through his head, and you probably wouldn't want to hear him squeal anyway. So that becomes a little dangle, a little toy dangle. I'll have to clean the glue up on him. So that's what these became. I used these little toys. There's a little brain thing. So I just used the toys up. Made little dangles. Oops, they're all tangled up. They're all separate anyway. I got the giggles. Sorry, folks. There's a fish. Yeah. So there's some ideas as well. So I think that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for hanging out. Do you want to check out my desk? Got a little messy. Bit of cleaning up to do. All right. Thanks again for stopping by. I really appreciate it.